Welcome to Sama, where we focus on music from all over the world. Uh, Sacred, healing, interesting sounds that are helping people go through the odd times that we're living in right now. I'm Derek Nzoni, and it's an honor to have you here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. So I do a radio show, and in that process, I try to find as much interesting music as possible. Over the last few years, I've been focusing on field recordings, music not in the studio, but captured in various settings, often untainted, shall we say. Music that represents a space, a particular time, and also resonates with the musicians that are making it. Often it is very raw. Often it is completely transcendent, where you find yourself in a place and kind of feeling it beyond sadasha, beyond any kind of sense of nostalgia. It gives you like a real powerful sense of like, this is this music being made here right now. You can sometimes find it in like field recordings from the 20s, like from the Ottoman Empire, or even current things that are going on. And so I'm hunting, and I find this really interesting label called JuJu Sounds on Bandcamp, and a cassette of all things called Mono Egypt. And I was like, this is interesting. So I dug in, loved the music. It was recordings in Egypt, all these different types of musicians, different traditions and styles. And I dug a little deeper, and I reached out to the label head and also the person who went out there and made these recordings. And we chatted for a while, and I was like, I've got to get you on Sama. This is a fascinating story. And his name is Luka Kumor, and he's here right now. Welcome.
Hi Derek. Hi everyone.
Hi, Luka. Tell me, you created this really interesting body of work, and you continue to create this interesting body of work. But the fact that you put this out on a freaking cassette and presented this powerful music from all over Egypt, the Nile Delta, Cairo, and beyond, what brought you to the place where you're like, I need to record this music? And you didn't do it in a way where like, I record music, a lot of people record music, record ambiences, but you actually put out this really interesting body. What, tell me your story. What got you there?
Basically the music itself got me there. I'm looking for very specific forms of music. I'm looking for music that is not only entertainment, and it is the reason that I travel to very often outside of Europe to find music cultures that have something that perhaps we are missing in Europe from some time already.
What are we missing? What are you seeing there? What are you hearing there that you think isn't available? And why do you think it's important?
I think it's our music is a powerful tool. Is maybe not a good word, but vehicle probably, that can be used in different ways to enrich our experience and our experience in different ways. And why it's important, this music can be used for so many different things, in so many different ways, that I think that what we have mostly now available in the Western culture is very limited. It's only a few of these ways that we use with the mainstream music production and
is it too clean? Is it too produced? It's like I mean, the way I describe it is sometimes is like, you could be too clean. You can wash your hands too much. You can't, you're not helping. It's just it's not helping your whole entire holistic ecosystem. You got to get a little you gotta get a little dirty. You gotta go play.
I don't think it's about this, because we have lots of dirty music in the West. We have music that I grew up on, noise, punk music, lots of genres that are not very polished, yeah. But what I'm looking for is more music that is related to community, to sense of belonging, to music that helps build dignity, especially in the poor places, poor areas. Then there is ritual music that helps or allows to transcend day-to-day life. So lots of these forms that they exist in our culture as well, but it's much easier for me to find them abroad, and also this is something I'm into really. So it's purely my passion. So I just follow that.
يا رب لاجل النبي تغنيني من عندك انا ما اجيش في يوم انحوج وانهان قصاد عبدك يا رب لاجل النبي تغنيني من عندك انا ما اجيش في يوم انحوج ما اجيش في يوم انحوج وانهان قصاد عبدك
But let's go into that moment. Like, how did you meet those musicians? And this is in Egypt, and like, what was going through your mind? Like, how did that connection happen?
Person recorded this. Her name's Rashida, and the musician playing Abadaba is Sept. I've seen Rashida on one of the videos collected by traditional music center in Cairo called Makan, a place that I visited many times, and I watched some of their archives. They do a great job in Cairo, great job in Egypt, and since I've seen that video of her, just a short, maybe 30 seconds video of her singing, and I completely fell in love in her voice. It was so raw and at the same time pure. She was just playing the dove. The drum is called dove, and I found her voice completely hypnotizing. Through another musician, step by step, we found Rashida, and we met. Actually, the recording session was set up in the house, on the top floor of the house. And as I wrote on my blog, because I write stories that comes with the music as well. I think it's important. The context is important, not only the sounds, the product. So we met in the room. We were supposed to record in the room, but in front of the building there was an Egyptian wedding about to set off an hour later, and DJ was really killing it with the shabby rhythms. Yes, really loud. So each few minutes there was something really loud coming out from outside, so that was impossible. So we changed the place. We jumped in the minivan and changed the town and went to the friend's house where it was more quiet. And actually in the van there was like boxes with mandarins, with the orange like fruit. So we were just completely stuffed with these fruits and just kept eating them. And then they started to play. It was like one of these moments in life when you really
you knew it was magical. You knew, like,
yes, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna remember this.
In Europe, you have the Roma people, and in Egypt, you have Egypt and Middle East. You have Dom. They are called Dom, but basically they are a group that came from India, the so-called Gypsy people. But this term is used in Europe, and it's actually derives from Egyptian. Gypsy derives from Egyptian, and Egyptian people don't even know about that. So, but it's a mistake. But that group in Egypt, they are called Dom, and they call themselves Dom. So they are not really visible in the nation, in the Egyptian nation, because the only way you are distinguished in the ID is religion, so and profession. So you don't hear, you don't know about Dom people in Egypt. That is a very I think it's not that small minority, but they are just invisible. And but the culture is there, still lively, and in the style of singing and playing, you can clearly hear the melodies.
العادينا أبدا لا ولا نعادي بيسقينا المرار واحنا العسل نسقي زي تمر النخيل قلب الحجار ترميه ويرمي لك رطب يا اخويا تاكل فيه
the so-called traditional music, the term that I don't really like, but the so-called traditional music, the variety in Egypt is incredible. I did not know it's like that until all these travels to Egypt. This project is just something I have to do. It's I'm very glad I get the reactions, but I feel it's my obligation. It's something that comes from a couple of different things in my life. The traveling I've done because of my work, my day job, the love for music and for cultures, and so I can use my skills of communication skills in different cultures to make that project happen. That is not easy, and I have to say it's a struggle sometimes, and not everyone can do it. But this is my talent, I would say, mostly the communication. So I have to carry on, and it's actually my small project. My big project is my family. I have a 4-year-old daughter, so that takes most of my time, and then the day job. The day job is actually founding my music adventure. There's no public or private or any other money, and there will be not. I want to keep it like that. I want to keep it as a small business, but trade business. All of the musicians that I promote on the website or on Facebook could be contacted. If anyone wants to invite them to festival or any concert, just contact me and I will get in touch.
Continue to do what you're doing, please. It's needed more than ever. You can find JuJu Sounds on Bandcamp. Thank you. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję, proszę bardzo.